A young monk once asked the Buddha, "Master, why do some people achieve perfection while others keep failing even with the same effort?" The Buddha smiled and gently said, "Because most people want the fruit, but only a few truly love watering the tree." This is the story of one such man, a humble potter named Robert. Chapter 1: The Silent Workshop. Long ago, in a small village, there lived a young potter named Robert. His father, the only craftsman in the village, had passed away suddenly. The clay oven stood cold, the wheel covered in dust, and the shelves empty. The family was struggling to eat. The neighbors whispered, "He's too young. He can't do what his father did." Robert had two choices: to give up and leave, or to light the fire again and continue his father's work alone. One night, while cleaning up the workshop, he found an old piece of wood with his father's handwriting that said, "A pot is only as calm as the hands that shape it." Those words felt like his father was still speaking to him. So that night, Robert made a promise. He wasn't just going to make pots, he was going to become a potter. Because trying is temporary, but becoming is sacred. Chapter 2: The Fire and the Lesson. The next morning, Robert lit the fire in the clay oven. The air smelled of wet earth and smoke. He shaped his first pot, and it broke. He tried again. It cracked. He tried again. It melted. Days passed. Every attempt failed. Every morning, more clay wasted. One evening, he walked to the monastery and bowed before the Buddha. "Master," he said, "why do my hands keep failing me? I'm working hard, but nothing works." The Buddha looked at him with calm eyes and said, "Because your hands are moving faster than your breath, and your desire is moving faster than your wisdom. Slow down. When your mind becomes peaceful, your hands will begin to understand." Robert bowed, returned home, and decided to change his way of working. He stopped fighting the clay. He began to listen to it. He studied how it felt when wet, how it reacted to the fire, how it hardened when cooled. He stopped chasing perfection. He started seeking understanding. And that was his first awakening. Failure is not punishment, it is a teacher. Chapter 3: The Ritual of Stillness. Over time, Robert built a rhythm, a sacred routine. Every morning before sunrise, he followed 3 steps. He cleaned the workshop because outer order creates inner peace. He sat quietly with the clay for few minutes, breathing, grounding. Only then would he begin shaping the pots. People laughed at him. "Why waste time sitting? You could make more pots if you worked faster." Robert simply smiled and said, "If my mind is restless, my hands will make mistakes." Weeks passed. One morning, while shaping the clay, his breath, his thoughts, and his hands moved together, perfectly balanced. No rush, no force, only flow. When he finished, the pot stood tall and smooth. Not a single crack, not a single flaw. For the first time, he felt silence inside him. He whispered to himself, "The clay didn't change. I did." That was his second awakening. When you calm yourself, the world begins to cooperate. Chapter 4: The Traveler's Test. One day, a traveler came to the village. He said, "I've heard of your work. Can you make a pot that can keep water cool in the desert heat for 2 days?" Robert nodded. "But it will take time," he said. The traveler agreed. For 3 months, Robert worked silently, shaping, testing, failing, and reshaping again. Every detail mattered: the weight, the thickness, the timing of the fire. Finally, the pot was ready. It looked ordinary, but it felt alive. He said, "The pot doesn't just hold water, it holds peace." Word spread across villages. People began to travel miles to buy Robert's pots. But he didn't rush. He didn't boast. Because he had learned the third awakening. Excellence is not found in speed. It grows in stillness. Chapter 5. The Last Teaching. Years passed. Robert became an old man teaching young kids. Master, how do we make perfect pots like you? Robert smiled. You cannot make perfect pots until you make peace with yourself. He pointed to his old clay oven and said, perfection is not in the clay, it is in the patience of the one who shapes it. And he ended with the words of the Buddha. Mastery is not control. Mastery is calm. Robert closed his eyes, and in that moment, everyone in the workshop felt it. A peace so deep, it felt like silence had become alive. If Robert's journey of patience and mastery resonated with you, there's a book that beautifully continues that spirit. It's called Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind by Shunryu Suzuki. It's not about doing more, it's about doing deeper, about approaching life and craft with calm, humble awareness. You'll find the link in the description below. Peace is the highest perfection. True excellence is not talent. It is patience, calmness, and love for what you do. How do you attain patience? Share your way in the comment. For more such life-changing videos, subscribe to our channel. Join me in this journey with SARI Universe and let's influence one life positively.